Recently, This Is America and the World visited South Korea. The capital city, Seoul, is high-tech and high energy, with a culture that embraces both today's K-pop music and traditions that date back thousands of years. In contrast to the fast-paced daily life of Seoul, outside the city, nestled in the mountains, sits Jinkwansa Temple. During our visit to the temple, I met with the director of the temple's meditation center, who took me on a tour of the temple grounds. It's a beautiful complex, open to the public, and offering a variety of experiences, including spiritual services, meditation classes, cooking classes, and temple stay that provides visitors with the opportunity and experience of living the temple life for days or even weeks. The beautiful surroundings set a peaceful stage for a wonderful conversation with our teacher, who's been studying and practicing Buddhism since childhood. And our conversation was a Buddhist teaching unto itself. During this program, I hope you'll experience the lack of pressure and sense of calm we did on our visit to this beautiful temple. This Is America and the World visits South Korea. Funding for This Is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy. Thank you for being with us today.
Oh, thank you for your invitation.
How was your day today?
Today, it's been very good, yeah.
What have you been doing?
I've been meditating and spend some time with my dog. Yes.
When you meditate, what do you do?
I think the meditation is paying attention and being aware. So I bring my mind to what I'm doing. So when I'm doing some sitting meditation, I just focus on my body, and sometimes I move my mind to my mind. So my attention to my mind, what's happening inside of the mind. So I'm just being aware of my body and mind.
I remember a time where I was doing some meditation, taking some classes, and what you say is interesting to me, that you could almost kind of look at your mind and watch what was going on.
Observation.
Yes. But it's always going, isn't it?
Yeah.
New pictures, new memories, new thoughts. Huh?
Right.
So the idea of the meditation is to focus, slow down,
and look at what's going on.
Look at being in the present, they would say.
Right.
And that has a great effect on the body as well, doesn't it?
Yes. I mean, our sensations, that's happening in every moment. So our body lives in the present moment.
It's difficult to do, though, isn't it?
It's very difficult. Yeah, so we need to practice.
I know the phrase monkey mind.
Oh, yes. Yes, monkey mind. We have monkey mind.
It's just going.
It's just going. You know what? The American scientists found that that's because of default mode network in our brain. So it's very natural to think many things when we do nothing. So when we just sit quietly, we started thinking a lot of things that's just coming up. So it's very natural things. So that's why we just observe it. And then at that time, we have some space. We can make the space. Oh, okay. I'm now watching what's happening inside of my body and mind. Now I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to bring my attention to my breathing, or I'm going to bring my attention to my body sensations, like that.
Hard to do.
Hard. Yes, hard.
So you actually practice meditation.
Yes.
And when you say practice, you're talking about learning how to be more effective.
Right. That's very good. Yeah. Good explanation.
So it's not just the practice, it's practicing the focus.
Right. Every moment I'm just practicing. Yes.
I've met and talked with many monks in our travels, sometimes here in Korea, in Japan. A nun I've not talked with.
Oh.
Buddhist nun.
Oh.
So this is a special occasion for me.
Wow.
Yes.
Very nice.
But a privilege. How did you choose to be a nun?
So I've been ordained for 25 years. I'm mid-40.
Don't tell anybody. Nobody would know. You don't have to announce.
Okay. Okay. So after I graduated from my high school, I became a monk. Became a nun. And when I'm in the middle school, high school, I started thinking about that. Why do I have so many emotions going on in my mind? Why do I have so many thoughts going on in my mind? And I always kind of trapped by that emotions. So I really didn't want to be like that. So, okay. And then I have been meditating from the time when I was in preschool. So because I learned meditation in the temple. So at that time, I just started thinking about them. Well, maybe I just need to practice meditation in my whole life and then be free from those kind of sufferings, having different emotions and trapped by them.
You used the word suffering.
Yes.
Now that's important in the study of Buddhism, huh?
Yes, very important element.
So we ask the obvious question: what causes the suffering?
What causes suffering? Theoretically, attachment.
Theoretically, attachment.
Yes, but I'm saying theoretically because it's very hard to understand and hard to practice in our daily lives. We know there is attachment when we don't need to think about all the things and we don't need to achieve all the things, but we attach to having achievement, we attach to the money or many things, relationships. We know that, but it's hard to be detached from that.
But you can't be detached from money. You have to live.
Yeah, we need to live together.
You have to be in relationship with people. You can't detach from that.
Right.
So what's the difference between the attachment, which is more holding on to, more grasping for?
Yeah. I think there should be some respect. So respect for the people that I'm meeting or that we are meeting with. So we need to respect their life. So I don't control their life. If I want to control them, then that causes suffering. I want to control their lives because I'm thinking that I'm attached to them. I'm very close to them. At that time, that causes some sufferings because they have their own lives. And the society too, the money too, it has their own energy and it has their own lives. But if I want to control all of those, then it makes some sufferings.
So how do people learn to detach?
So that's why we practice being aware, observation, what's going on, and see, it's just happening this time, but it's disappearing sometimes. So it goes on and move on. It changes a lot. So there is impermanence. So we should be aware of the impermanence.
Now you put your finger on something very important.
Oh, yes.
It's all change, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And one of the sufferings is trying to hold on.
Yes.
to what was.
Yes, that's right.
But there's no more what was.
No,
That's
no,
gone.
That's gone.
This is now.
Yes. So that's why you practice to be in the present moment.
Very hard to do sometimes.
Yes.
So you were young. Were your parents very religious in the temple all the time?
Oh yeah. So I learned about Buddhism and I practiced meditation. So at that time, they just let me know to look at my nose, the tip of my nose. So just look down your nose and then just quietly seeing the nose and see what's going on. And I really was into it. So, oh yeah, it's very good.
So it blocked out everything else.
Yes.
Because you were looking down.
Yes, right.
And how long did you study to become a nun?
How long? You mean after I graduated from high school? I started learning about Buddhist philosophy. I mean, before that, I learned about the Buddhism, but after I decided to become a nun, I learned a lot of philosophical things or some chanting or prayer things. And then we need some 5 years or 4 to 5 years to become a fully ordained nun.
What did your friends think when you said you were thinking of being a nun?
Oh, but when I was in middle school, I always told my friends, I want to become a nun. And then some of my friends told me, you're not, you will not be. And some of my friends supported me. So before graduating from high school, they actually came to me and then, I support you. You will be
wonderful.
a very good nun like that. So,
Wonderful.
Yes.
Nowadays, when people are meeting a Buddhist nun, so let me ask you this question. How important is Buddhism in Korean culture today?
Today, these days, many Korean people don't have a religion.
Yeah.
So the 50% of population, they don't believe any religion. But culturally, the Buddhism is embedded in Korean culture.
In the culture.
In the culture.
So explain that a little bit.
So many people thinking about the interconnectedness. So it's very community based. And then they know we are living in a community. We are living in the public. So they are thinking about what others think about them and what they need to do in the society. And also, these days, they meditate a lot. And also, even though they don't believe Buddhism, they come to the temple and then they spend some time to quiet their mind and body down. And then they just clear their mind and then go back to their homes. So this is very culturally, I want to just calm my mind down. And I just walk around the temple and then just go to the mountain and then just visit the temple and then come back. And also there is a temple stay program or other meditation programs. And even though they don't believe religion or the Buddhism, and even though they have different religions, they just come here and then do practice, learn about the impermanence or interconnectedness, and then just come back to their daily lives. And then I think that's very important element in the society that for their mental health.
In the United States right now, lots of depression and anxiety. Even amongst young women, thoughts of suicide.
Yes.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, addictions. We're living in a different world, huh?
Yeah.
It's a tough world.
It's tough word. It's tough, and I would say Korean also have very tough lifetime.
Talk about that a little bit.
Unfortunately, the Korean have been ranked as a top in the suicide commitment. And also we have the very high level of depressed country. So the Korean people have a lot of sufferings in their life.
Can you put your finger on what's going on to cause that?
Yeah, I think I actually thought about that a lot. I delve into why this kind of happens in Korea. And I just found that it's very competitive society, very competitive. But adding to that, not only it's a competitive society, but also they are considering about others. So they put their mind into the others, not their mind. So I don't know, it's kind of a dilemma. So the many people in younger generation, they become individualized. I think in some ways, it has a very good things, good elements, good factors, but also, there is another things going on. So they think about what others think about them.
Yes. Yeah.
So they think about others, not themselves. So because of others would think about they need to be in the very good university, they need to be in the very good company. So they just try to be a good person. So they don't care about themselves, their mind, like that in the society. So it's it's dilemma. They just come to the temple and then come their mind, body, and then go back to society, and then again start in the competitive things, and then they just put their mind outside of the world, outside of their body and mind. That's very dilemma.
I talked with a 16, 17-year-old boy, and I said, how much time are you on your phone? And I said, I read 5 to 7 hours a day.
Oh.
And he said, that's about right. Some studies, but some just games, what other people are doing.
Yes.
And that's what other people are doing has a reflection on their image themselves.
Right.
They say, I should look like that person.
Right, that's right.
I didn't go to that. I didn't get an invitation to go to that party.
Right.
You know?
So they feel depressed because of the comparing each other.
Comparing.
Yes, a lot of comparison going on.
So there's the comparing. This idea of trying to slow down, it's not only the meditation, it's also the breathing, temple stay, going to visit a temple just to calm the mind down. What else can you offer for us to help? Because we live in such a fast-paced society.
Right.
You know, it's internet, it's social media, it's boom, boom, boom.
Yes. So in every moment, we need to be aware what I'm doing. So we need to bring our attention to inside of our body. Our body tells us what I need at this present moment. So we need to cultivate the awareness. We need to be a friend of our body to get into our mind.
Do you think healthy mind, healthy body, or healthy body, healthy mind? Which way does that work?
It's a very hard question. I cannot answer to that question. They are reciprocal.
They are reciprocal.
Yes.
So if you do have a focused, healthy mind, you probably do have a focused body.
Yes, we can get into the body too. Yes.
Do you find that people who are able to meditate are usually in what we would call good shape physically? That they would, do they take care of their bodies and their minds?
If there is a person who, it's very hard. Sometimes, when I was younger nun, I didn't care of my body. Because I learned your body is just body. You don't need to take care of your body. You just need to practice over your mind. So just focus on your mind like that. At the time, after a while, I realized that I get sick very easily because I just focus on my mind. I just work on inspecting on my mind, and then I started feeling that my body doesn't react in a very good way. So at the time, I started thinking about I need to take care of my body too.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes some people at some point they may need to take care of their mind, not just body, but in some ways they get into the point they need to take care of both of body and mind.
And I would think if you can take care of both,
yes,
then you're probably a happier person.
Of course, yes.
And willing to just kind of go with how life deals the cards.
Yes, right. And also we can accept what's going on.
Acceptance, that's interesting.
Yes.
Acceptance,
yes.
Change,
yes.
Not attachment.
Yes.
All of these things are pieces of the pie, huh?
Yes, right. So in the practice of meditation, we practice that kind of things. That's not just philosophical things. We can see, we can observe, this is why we talk about impermanence. That's why we talk about acceptance.
Those are huge.
Yes. So that's why we need some time.
And it's all change.
Or changes, yes.
What can we, well, I will ask you this question. So in this kind of conversation, the interview is over, and we're walking back out just to take a look around in this beautiful environment we're in. Very calming environment.
Yes.
And you say, I should have said this, or he didn't ask me about that. What comes to your mind? I should have said this, or this was important and we didn't touch on that.
So, so many. So, but I don't want to attach to what I want to say. But maybe we need to take care of our mind and body in a compassionate way.
Compassion now, see, there's another key word.
Yes, compassionate way. So we need to be very kind to ourselves. And then we can be kind to the society and to other people. And we need to be loved by ourselves. So love and kindness, both are compassion. So we need to love other people. We need to love the society. And also we need to love ourselves, our body and mind, with the kindness.
So if there's one thing we can take back home and help spread a good message, that would be it?
Kindness.
Love and kindness?
Love and kindness, yes.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
What a wonderful conversation.
Thank you.
You've started my day beautifully.
Thank you so much.
After the conversation, we explored the temple grounds. So let me step out of the way right now and encourage you to experience a brief meditation inspired by the sights and sounds of this beautiful temple.
부처님께서 수왕하고 사례계를 지었다 신앙과목 법녀나경 나무실상묘 법녀나경 나무실상묘 법녀나경 나인과 구행이 있었냐.
Wow. I want to share with you some short pieces from interviews that I've done over the years. I call them reflections, and you can find them on the media platform Substack. They're filled with wisdom and inspiration and motivation. So search Dennis Wholey on Substack.com. Enjoy and share. For information about This Is America in the World, visit our YouTube channel, This Is America TV, visit our website, thisisamerica.net, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Funding for This Is America and the World is made possible by the Japan-America Society of Washington, D.C., the Sultanate of Oman, the Korea-U.S. Alliance Foundation, the Patriots Culture and Arts Committee in the Republic of Korea, the Nepal Tourism Board, the Forerunner Foundation, the Rotendaro Family Trust, and the Embassy Series, Uniting People Through Musical Diplomacy.